Today, I'll be attempting to catch a shiny Pokemon in every area of Scarlet and Violet. But by that I don't just mean every area, no. I mean every single area! All in just 24 hours. In the Paldea region, there are 30 locations in total where you can actually catch wild Pokemon. So my question is, even with how insane shiny hunting is in these games, would this challenge really be possible to do in just one day? Well, considering it took me 45 minutes just to find the first shiny of my challenge, there was a very real chance I could fail. Oh my god, that's it! 45 minutes! Shiny Fletchling! Oh, let's go. I was getting worried for a second there. That's a big start. Fletchling's kind of a subtle shiny, but I like it. It's tasteful, it's such a cool Pokemon, and it even had a mark to start us off with a bang. And most importantly, it kept the run on track. Because to beat this challenge, I'm gonna have to catch a shiny on average every 48 minutes, which sounds absolutely insane, and for that reason you can bet your life that I have used every shiny hunter mechanic under the sun to help me reach my goal. Starting of course with the level 3 sparkling sandwiches. Hey, if it's good enough for God, it's good enough for me. It doesn't guarantee my success though, as we've just seen, but with 50 minutes remaining on my second sandwich of the day, I made the most of its normal type sparkling power by flying to this Greedent outbreak I spotted. If I could find a shiny here, it would more than make up for the lost time of my first sandwich. But battling through what was, firstly, a pretty poor spawn location, secondly, this sparkling snow stuff making it extremely hard to spot any shinies, and thirdly, a blizzard coming in right after that, I didn't manage to find a shiny. Nope, I actually found 2. Is that one? No, that can't. Is that one though? Oh, how did I see that? Yes! That was so subtle. Shiny Greedent. Oh my god, you're kidding. Koala! It's me! I don't know how I managed it, but my luck went through the roof here, letting me catch 3 shiny Pokemon in just one sandwich. And that is unreal. Being my literal child, Poachie Jr. immediately replaced God to take its rightful place on my squad, and we were now well ahead of schedule. And by the way, as time was against us, Poachie Jr. was the only shiny I had time to nickname today. So as we go along, please drop nickname suggestions in the comments for all the others we get, as I'd love to nickname them after you guys. It's at this point though that I should also mention the 2 other challenges I wanted to complete during this 24 hours. To make sure I caught a good variety of Pokemon, before I complete the challenge I must not only catch the 30 shinies, but also ensure that I catch a shiny from every generation and a shiny of every type of Pokemon too. Here's where we're at after the first 3 shinies, so yeah. Still a long way to go, but we'll be using these graphics to keep track of this as the challenge runs on. For now though, I was on a hot streak and intended to keep it going by utilising the mass outbreak method once more. This challenge was nothing to me. I was about to show you all just how easy this is because my luck is superior. It is unchallenged. My luck is... So another 45 minutes went by without me finding a shiny. I spent this entire time hunting down a shiny Gyarados to try and tick off the South Paldean Sea encounter, but it didn't quite go to plan. Not just because a whole hour passed, but also because, well, this happened. Oh my god, yeah! No, what? No! What? No! Oh, you're joking! Why, Gyarados? Why? But can we talk about that for a second? Like, I reacted immediately to turn and get it, but it was on my screen for quite literally 1.5 seconds. But yes, I persisted with the hunt, and eventually my shiny Gyarados was found in 1 hour and 15 minutes. I made sure that the game registered it as a South Paldean Sea encounter by making it chase me for a while, because I had a feeling the 4 sea encounters were going to be tough to complete, and let's be honest, we all hate shiny hunting in the water in these games. But with another shiny down, I tried using the last 20 minutes of my sparkling water type sandwich to find a shiny in the North Paldean Sea, where I found a Lugia. Hello Lugia. Fancy seeing you here. Can you count as my shiny? And yes, I somehow did also find another shiny. Oh, yes, Finizen! Oh, I love Finizen, that's such a cool shiny! Yes, look at him, he looks so good! Oh, this run is going so well! With our 2 new water types, we ticked off a lot of generations of Pokemon, but still had a lot of typings left to get through, so it was time to make some indents into those. None of the remaining mass outbreaks were particularly appealing, so I did a quick mass outbreak reset to decide my next hunt and found a Kyogre. I mean, a Tatsugiri outbreak. But it wasn't in the best location, so I reset again. And I'm so glad I did, because then I found a Larvesta outbreak, which is an awesome Pokemon with an awesome shiny form, and its evolution Volcarona is one of my favourite Pokemon of all time. The last time I shiny hunted in Asado Desert, I set a record for the fastest shiny hunt of my life, as I found a shiny Orthworm in under 1 minute. So I was hoping for something similar with this Larvesta, but really? Come on. What would be the chances of that happening again? My luck in this 24 hours honestly swang all over the place. I went from grabbing no shinies in over an hour and a half to then finding 2 or more in the next 10 minutes. And that happened multiple times during this run. I honestly don't get it, but hey, I'm sure not complaining. From there, I also spotted a Cyclosaur outbreak right next door in West Province Area 2. So I tried to tick the rare dragon typing off my list with another new shiny I absolutely adore. This hunt took a little longer because the lag was crazy. There were just too many dragons running around for the game to cope with, and the amount of times they like to sprint into you while hunting added even more time to the hunt. The real danger here though is how quickly Cyclosaurs spawn in, and more importantly, spawn out. Although that theoretically sped things up, there was a very real chance that it could also make me fail my second shiny of the day. So I had to be on red alert to react to it once it did eventually spawn in. And oh boy, that was tough to do for yet another hour of shiny hunting, and it sure tried its best to catch me out once it finally did arrive. Oh my god, oh, there it is, go, go, go! What? Oh, why are we lagging? Why are we lagging? Come on, get that, oh my god, he's so close to spawning out! Shiny Cyclosaur! Ah, my heart! Oh, don't do that to me. Luckily for me, I caught up to it and I could add this amazing, highly sought after shiny to my team. And with 25 minutes left on the dragon type sandwich, the obvious thing to do now was to return to Castle Lake and try to get myself that shiny Tatsugiri. However, with this area being home to so many other dragon types too, perhaps it wasn't a surprise when 12 minutes later, I found one of those instead. A shiny Dreepy, who I stole from its mother Dracoloak and claimed it as my own. She's mine now. Deal with it. And with 5 minutes left, I once again tried to be cheeky and find a third shiny in one sandwich by heading over to the bamboo forest. At which point I found a Cobalion! I've really got to catch these guys at some point, huh? If only they weren't shiny locked. But as they're not, I went ahead and looked for what I assumed would be a shiny Noibat or Noivern, but really I wasn't expecting to get that lucky again in less than 4 minutes. Because, you know, it's happened twice already with Kamalo and Larvesta, so what would be the chances of that happening again? I don't know what to say anymore. I really go through phases of shiny luck. So much so that the 10th shiny of the run, I found this shiny Magnemite in just 4 more minutes. Oh, you're joking. This is mad. What? Am I awake right now? Is this a dream? How am I finding so many shinies? My luck has been so good over the past few encounters that I haven't really had a chance to pause and update you on our progress, so I'd better take a moment to do just that. At this point, we were a third of the way through the challenge, and yet only 4.5 hours had gone by. Do you know what that averages out at? That's a shiny every 27 minutes. What is happening? We'd also just caught 50% of the Pokemon types we needed, and now only needed a shiny from Gens 2, 3, and 4 to complete the other aspect of our challenge. Oh, sorry. Actually, we only needed Gens 2 and 3, because 20 minutes later, I accidentally found this shiny Shinx while looking for a Bronzor. I know, right? And if you want as much shiny luck as this, I recommend you subscribe to the channel right now. Because that's right, 1 sub equals 1 shiny, and that's a Poachie promise. Back to today's run though, and honestly, right now I couldn't be stopped. I revisited the early game to grab myself a cute little shiny Smoliv from the Grand Olive Orchard, whose black olive hat was an easy spot less than 6 minutes into a grass type sandwich. Then I flew to Alphanada, attempting to catch either a shiny Scovillain or Go-Goat, who are the only Pokemon who spawn in here with a grass type sandwich. Both of these shinies are so unique, and at some point I've just got to get my hands on a shiny Scovillain in particular. But 30 minutes later, I instead landed the Go-Goat shiny, who, like I said, is an amazing shiny, and I was so happy to finally have my hands on the Golden Satyr. From there, I flew north to explore Tagtree Thicket, but instead I accidentally discovered that grass-type sandwiches fully isolate Bramblin in the East Province Area 3. So I stuck around here for a bit watching the tumbleweeds roll by, and I could not believe it when I hit the most buzzer beater of buzzer beaters, as I think this shiny Bramblin was literally the last Pokemon to spawn in while I still had the sandwich power up. Like, look, you can literally see a Rufflet spawn in just seconds after I spotted it. I wasn't such a fan of Bramblin when it was first revealed, but these days it's kind of grown on me, and I just love the brighter colour palette of its shiny form. Then I went back to pick up our Tagtree Thicket shiny as originally intended, and there were a lot of types of Pokemon we could have picked here, but in the end, I decided on the Fairy type, because I could isolate encounters to be either Impidimp or Mimikyu, who, just like Scovillain and Go-Goat, have incredible shiny forms, so I was excited to catch either one of them. And yes, my luck held strong to find this iconic shiny Impidimp in just 3 minutes. Again! And just like that, we caught our 15th shiny, and we're already at the halfway point of this challenge. 15 locations, 2 generations, and 6 Pokemon types were all that were left. And we still had 17.5 hours to do it in. The progress was so strong that I was even debating if I could complete this challenge in under 12 hours instead of 24. Until I started my next hunt. Sure, we'd flown through the first 15 shinies, but from there things were only going to get more difficult. Not only were less locations available to catch certain types of Pokemon in, but we still had some of the hardest locations of Paldea left on our list, starting with Area 0. Okay, maybe that's a bad example, because after eventually arriving in the area, I actually found a shiny Iron Valiant here in under 4 minutes. But that was the last quick hunt I had for a while, okay? Trust me, this wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, even if my average was now down to a shiny every 25 minutes. But the next hunt put me back a step as I attempted to find a shiny Ice Cube. I've run the numbers and I think it took me around 3,000 encounters to find this shiny, which, with a level 3 Sparkling Sandwich and Shiny Charm, is about 4 times over odds. But I suppose me and my fraudulent luck can't complain about that. I definitely had this coming, but the pink ice block soon arrived to let me claim shiny number 17. Oh, there you are, finally! Pink Boy Ice Cube comes! Yes! Oh my. Over an hour for a hunt? Goodness me. Clearly you don't know who I am, do you? I could then use up the remaining Ice-type sandwich to hunt down this beautiful shiny Snorunt in Delhi's Upper Passage, who, unlike its evolutions, actually has a great shiny. So I was very happy to pick this little guy up and claim my first shiny from Gen 3. Now, we only had to catch a shiny from Gen 2 to complete the first of our 3 challenges. And we nearly completed that straight away, but unfortunately I'm counting this Paldean Wooper as a Gen 9 Pokemon. 2 ground-type sandwiches later, it finally showed its adorable derpy little face. Well, sort of, because for some reason my recording froze up here, so you'll just have to take my word for it. And I'm really annoyed about that, because it also messed up the incredible moment that came up next. Attempting to use up my sandwich power, I took a quick little look around South Province Area 4 to see if there were any other ground types I could catch. But I quickly decided that, with only more Wooper and the occasional Phanpy showing up, it wasn't a good idea to hunt here. Because of that, I almost immediately went to abandon the area, but then, just as I was flying away, this happened. Wait, no, you are not. Are you actually shiny? Oh my god, you're actually shiny! No! How did I spot that? I have no idea how I spotted that, but I'm so glad I did. And thankfully that's the last bit of corrupt footage for this video, but of course it just had to happen when I found 2 shinies back to back. But yeah, it happens. And with that, all 6 areas of the South Province were complete, which was a huge step on the way to victory. Okay, and hi from future me, because I've just realized that this was my Gen 2 encounter, which I somehow failed to notice until I finished the challenge, writing the script, and finished editing this entire video. So I'd appreciate it if you guys just rolled with it. We're all on the same page. Phanpy is, he's Gen 5, I don't know. On with the video, and subscribe for more quality content. We were nearly on the home stretch now, so it was time to push hard on mass outbreaks, as that would give us more time to hunt in the difficult, smaller areas of the map later on. Doing that, I found this Toadscruel outbreak in Soccer Trail, and okay, yes, I was on another lucky streak, because I got there, knocked out just 1 Pokemon, and shiny Toadscruel! What a shiny it is, and yes, because of its matching colour scheme and how quickly I found it, I caught it in a Master Ball. Sue me, okay? I was excited, because do you see how quickly we just caught those 2 shinies? I then spent some time hunting either a Numel or Mudspray in West Province Area 1, but with nothing coming my way in the remaining sandwich power, I turned my attention to a Bombardier outbreak just off the shore. And once again, not even at maximum mass outbreak odds, the grey bird came my way. Like, quite literally, it attacked me, so I had no option but to catch it and take it home. After that, I found another outbreak just off the coast, this time for Chloritza. I was hoping this would count as the West Paldean Sea encounter, but before I even had a chance to check if it did or not, I quite literally ran over a shiny Arrokuda. What? Wait, no! You're shiny? I'm running into them accidentally now! So, yeah, free shiny! But unfortunately, this area doesn't count as the West Paldean Sea, so it doesn't count towards our challenge either. I instead turned my attention to this Squawkabilly outbreak just outside Artisan. This was a cool hunt, because I could use a shiny hunting method known as the Town Reset method. As the outbreak spawned right next to the border of Artisan, I could quickly jump back and forth across the border to despawn the existing Squawkabilly, and then rapidly spawn in a new batch straight away. This method was a lot of fun to do, but I have to mention that there are a few obvious dangers to it. And one of those put me in a position to fail this shiny. Oh, shiny Squawkabilly! Finally, let's go! Hang on, I'm being running into. No, don't run away. Where are you running? No, he's going to town. No. Why are you freezing? Why are you freezing up? No, come on. Get it. I don't have time to fix the footage. Come on. Yes. Oh my god, I got him. Does he count? I think he counts. Oh, I thought I lost him. No way. I was shook. I had to be so careful with that shiny, and I can't believe how lucky I was for it to A, not despawn when it flew towards the town, and B, still be within reach for me to throw a Pokeball at it. But I kept my cool and managed to add the green plumage shiny to my collection. Now, we were truly in the endgame. Apart from North Province Area 1, all 7 areas remaining were now either a minor area, cave, or one of the Paldean Seas. And with 14 hours to do it in, this should be easy. Right? I thought so, until next up I took on the hardest area of them all, the Pokemon League. The problem with this area is how subtle the shinies are, which slow down the hunt dramatically. You're most likely to find either a shiny Tandemaus or Igglybuff here, and although I kind of have an eye for spotting the yellow bellies of shiny Tandemaus now, Igglybuff, I still have no idea how to spot that shiny. Because of that, my tactic was to essentially auto-battle everything in sight and hope that eventually my Gallade would fail to attack something which would indicate that it found a shiny. But that did not happen. This shiny took me over 2 hours to find, and in the end, I only found it thanks to a freak weather condition occurring. Basically, Igglybuff is one of the few Pokemon in this game that can be blown away in high winds, because it's just a pink blob full of air. So when a storm started, yeah, they were being yeeted out of existence. Poor guys. But the cool thing about this mechanic is that if one of these is shiny, it won't be affected. So in theory, I just had to wait until I stumbled across one who remained rooted to the ground. I was given a golden opportunity, and that's exactly how I ended up finding my Pokemon League encounter. Shiny Maushold? No. Wait, how? Oh, the Igglybuff. The Igglybuff stayed! The Igglybuff stayed! Gallade, come on, come on. He's not blowing. He's not blowing away. Igglybuff! It's a shiny Igglybuff! Let's go! Oh, my hunt ends finally. Look at you. How am I meant to spot that? Oh, I hate you. How am I meant to know that's shiny? Oh God, I hate Igglybuff. And that's the story of how a freak weather event saved my run. And it was forever recorded on this Igglybuff by it being given the rainy mark. Say hello to Igglybuff, the Sodden. But seriously, can someone please tell me how I'm supposed to tell that this is a shiny? Because this is ridiculous. These are the same color. Anyway, with my eyes burning from that hunt, I was extremely happy to move on now, and it was time to catch the final 6 Pokemon, who, thankfully, were a lot easier to spot. So how about we see just how fast we can really catch them? With 10 minutes left on a normal type sparkling sandwich, I flew back to Poco Path just hoping that the shiny I eventually found here wouldn't be another Fletchling. And my wish was granted just before the power ran out, as the iconic pink pig appeared. Following that, with a short trip up the road, it was finally time to catch the final generation of Pokemon we needed, a Gen 2 Houndour. The Inlet Grotto wasn't the easiest location to hunt in, and I got completely blinded by making a Dark-type sparkling sandwich in the process, but we were now back on a roll, and 20 minutes later, I spotted the blue dog falling out of the sky. I saw that! Get back here! Yes! Shiny Houndour! That's every generation ticked off now! Come on! Now I could finish the South Province for good by grabbing my Alphanada Cavern encounter. I wasn't quite sure what I'd find here, but hey, turns out a Dark-type sandwich fully isolates Sableye. And I sure wasn't going to complain about adding this golden shiny to my collection. Shinies like this are what made the 24 hours so fun for me. This challenge gave me a chance to hunt down so many cool new shinies that I otherwise probably would have ignored, and I was honestly loving life right now. On that note, after catching the Sableye, only 3 areas remained, and with a full 27 minutes left on my sandwich timer, I went to hunt in the final patch of land that we were yet to catch a shiny, North Province Area 1. Luckily, this worked out perfectly for me, because a Dark-type sandwich also isolates low kicks here, so I could take my time hunting down yet another cool shiny. Time was on my side, so there was no need to rush at all. I could just chill out and— oh my god, I've got it already. What? I can't believe this. Dude, if any of you need a shiny in less than 5 minutes, I am your guy. I am that guy. This shiny looks so sick. So there you have it. Before I knew it, we had flown through 4 more shinies since Igglybuff the Sodden, and now only the East and West Paldean Seas remained. However, perhaps I flew through these areas a little too quickly because, well, I now noticed I'd made a mistake. Remember this chart I was using to keep track of everything? Well, you'll notice that from our 2 remaining shinies, we still had to grab a Psychic type and a Rock type. And surprisingly enough, neither the East or West Paldean Seas were home to any Rock types. Before completing this challenge then, I still needed to catch a shiny in both of the seas, and now 1 more shiny on top of that. Luckily a Psychic type was possible to catch in the West Paldean Sea though, either a Bruxish or Veluza. But for some reason, I found it really tough to get it to spawn in. Like, the seas were empty. Why did no Pokemon spawn here? But thankfully, I stumbled across this spot near Levincia about 10 minutes later, which seemed like a popular place for Bruxish to hang out. And its shiny form really does stick out like a sore thumb, so in the end it was a nice and easy find. All I had to do was have it chase me out to sea again to ensure it being counted as an all-important East Paldean Sea encounter before the penultimate hunt began. I ended up leaving the West Paldean Sea encounter to chance. There were so many Pokemon I could have caught here, from Veluza to Shelder to Quillfish. But in the end, I found the shiny that I was hoping for from the very start of the hunt.
Oh, shiny Clauncher! Yes! Oh, this is the one I wanted too! I just love its red shiny form. Look at it! It's just so cool. And that's it, a shiny from every location.
I've said it before, but this challenge was such a blast. Even though we managed to complete it in well under the 24-hour target time, it was so much fun. But with one last rock type needed, it was finally time to bring this hunt to an end. I left this shiny up to fate by resetting mass outbreaks to decide what I would get, and a Rockruff outbreak was eventually thrown my way, who could safely replace my Bombardier encounter.
Okay, here we are, last hunt of the run. Let's see how fast we can finish this. Oh yes! The blue dog! Shiny Rockruff! And he's a big boy, look at him!
I also found it pretty funny that I'd be stealing this shiny blue dog from right under the nose of an oblivious NPC. Like, unlucky bud. No, 31 shinies are not enough for me. I will not let you catch this one. And I could safely weaken it down and catch this Rockruff in a fittingly matching heavy ball.
Yes, you want to stay in the ball. Okay, we're going to get it under 15.5. What is it? Stop the clock. 15 hours, 29 minutes, 36 seconds. And we've done it. It's a shiny from every location.
In the end, we averaged a shiny every 29 minutes. So yes, it decreased slightly from earlier on thanks to those final few hunts. But what can we learn from this challenge? Well, yeah, that shiny hunting is extremely broken in Scarlet and Violet, but for that very same reason, I absolutely love it. Apart from that, make sure to leave your nickname suggestions in the comments, give this video a like to let me know if you enjoyed, and if you have any, I'd love to hear your suggestions for future challenges too. But in the meantime, if you want to check out more of my challenge runs, why not start with this video right here. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you there.